Hey guys, it's Papa Steve on the move. Back in the Rocky Mountains. Man, is it ever a beautiful day today. We're in Yoho National Park. Gonna hike the Iceline Trail. Gonna head up to Twin Falls tomorrow. Stay the night tonight out by the Stanley Mitchell hut. This is just a beautiful hike right on the top of the world. Glaciers all around us. This is the spot, I'm telling you. Can't wait. I've been waiting all summer to do this hike, and it's gonna be incredible. The trailhead begins at the Takaka Falls parking lot at the end of the Yoho Valley Road near Field, British Columbia. Be warned, the Yoho Valley Road is usually only open from late June to mid-October. Check the Yoho National Park Trail Report webpage or contact the Parks Canada Visitor Centre before making your reservation and before starting your trip. Takaka Falls is Canada's second highest waterfall, plunging from above at a height of 380 meters or 1,246 feet with a 254 meter free fall. Now, most people do the Iceline Trail as an out and back hike. It can be done as a day trip, and you can decide once you're up in the high alpine just how far you want to go. If the weather looks like it's going to throw a storm your way, you can descend quickly by taking the Celeste Lake Trail, located 0.7 kilometers shy of the Iceline Trail summit. The Celeste Lake option is also a good choice if you want to see Laughing Falls, located at the intersection of the Little Yoho Valley Trail and Yoho Valley Trail. But you'll miss some of the wonderful scenery further up the Iceline Trail. On day one, I'm headed up the Iceline Trail from Whiskey Jack Hostel, heading to Little Yoho Backcountry Campsite. From the parking lot, head towards Yoho Valley Road near the Whiskey Jack Wilderness Hostel. The hostel was closed and there was no overnight parking there, so I had to walk up from the Takaka Falls campsite parking. The first leg is a 10.5 kilometer hike with a total of 852 meters of ascent, most of it in the first 3 kilometers. You'll find good signage on the Iceline Trail. Cross the road and look for the trail heading up into the trees. For the next hour or so, you'll switch back up the hill, but stop and look back at Takaka Falls when there's an opening in the trees. Rest often on the way up. There are plenty of places to pull off the trail, strip off some layers, grab some water, and look back at the falls. Hike past the turnoff to the Yoho Lake and Highline Trail. After approximately 2.8 kilometers from leaving the parking lot, reach the high alpine. The bulk of the elevation gain's over now, so you can concentrate on the mountain vistas around you. The trail's obvious, though you should be prepared to walk on some snow if it's early in the summer. Enjoy glacier views on your left as you head for the Iceline summit on the crest of a moraine at an elevation of 2,230 meters or 7,316 feet. To your right are expansive mountain views along with the site of Takaka Falls. Underfoot, it's a world of rock, ice, and freezing cold glacier-fed streams. It's a breathtaking vista. Many people turn around at the Iceline summit, but there are good views to be had if you're continuing on. Go as far as feels comfortable if you're planning the out and back hike. The trail to the Alpine Club of Canada's Stanley Mitchell hut is easily followed, and soon after summiting, you'll descend to the tree line and gain sight of the hut. I continued on and stayed the first night at the Little Yoho Backcountry site. I'll leave a link here for you if you want more information. Hey guys, it's Papa Steve. Hey, turning in early tonight. Exhausted. It's going to be dark in about an hour. Well, here I am in my Nemo Hornet, just settling in. Gonna get my jammies on and get comfy and maybe read a little bit while there's still some light. Just can't believe how much fun it was today hiking that Iceline Trail. So much to see up here. I just love being up in the mountains. And even then, I ran into a fan at the Stanley Mitchell hut, the Alpine Club of Canada hut. And there was a bunch of people outside as I was passing by, and one said, "Hey, you're Papa Steve, aren't you?" So it's a first for me to be recognized out in the field. So that was kind of fun. So we took a photo, and her name was Carolyn, and God bless her. Hey, good morning, guys. It's a beautiful morning, about 9:30 a.m. Just broke camp, all packed up. But today we're going to hike up to Twin Falls along the river. Stop back at the Stanley Mitchell hut, and I'll take a few photos, and we'll see what's up there. Day 2 heads out from the Stanley Mitchell hut. Constructed in 1939, it's a recognized federal heritage building because of its historical associations with the opening of Yoho National Park of Canada. From here I hiked up to the historic Twin Falls Chalet and onto the Twin Falls backcountry site. It's a short leg of 7.5 kilometers up and down with a total of 118 meters ascent. It takes you along the little Yoho River, up some rocky area, and on to explore Marpole Lake before you reach the chalet. That's Celeste Lake in the rain. Construction at Twin Falls Chalet started in 1908 by the Canadian Pacific Railway. Over 20 trails were created in the valley by 1912, making it an instant hiking mecca. The addition of the main lodge area was completed in 1923, and in 1924 it opened for business as a tea house. Parks Canada locked the doors to the lodge in 2019 and locked out the previous owner, Fran Drummond, who had run a summer business at the Backcountry Lodge and Tea House for 57 years. In 2022, the Alpine Club of Canada won the right to operate the historic Twin Falls Chalet with plans for overnight accommodation and a tea house for hikers. The chalet's closed and not sure when it will open again, but it's still a great place to stop and take a break and do the short loop trail up to the falls. Twin Falls is a spectacular double waterfall that leaps off a 180-meter high cliff. From the chalet, steeply climb to the very top of the falls to where they plunge off the ledge. The trail continues over a suspension bridge to the top of the whaleback. Once I finished exploring the area around the lodge, I made my way downhill to the Twin Falls campsite for the night. It's a very nice site, and consider staying here to explore the whaleback or the Yoho Glacier on day hikes. I'll leave a link here for more information on the campsite. So hey guys, done hiking for today. My spirits were somewhat dampened by some rain on the hike in from the little Yoho campsite. I holed up for a few hours at the Twin Falls Chalet. Now the chalet is closed, but it was a great place to stay dry and wait out the rain. And now I've arrived here at the next campsite here at Twin Falls, and the backcountry site. The sun is out, it's dry, my tent's set up, and now I'm thinking about maybe going out for an evening hike. So you never know what the mountain weather will throw at you in this place. The final day is a short hike back to the Takaka Falls Trailhead. It's almost all downhill at a gradual incline for about 6 kilometers. Follow the Yoho River down to Laughing Falls. Laughing Falls is the major waterfall of the Little Yoho River as it plunges out on a modest hanging valley to meet the Yoho River on the floor of the valley. The river emerges from a very narrow slot canyon and explodes outward in a forceful plunge of about 100 feet, which sends up a constant blinding wall of mist that can produce immensely vibrant rainbows in the morning hours. There is a campsite here too with some nice sights, but seems a little too close to the parking lot. It makes a great spot to go on a short hike with kids if you want to try a one-nighter in the backcountry. Stop to admire the river and falls and then continue hiking. There are a couple short detours worth taking to see Lake Duchesne or Port Lace Falls before you pass through the Takaka Falls front country campsite to reach the parking lot. So hey guys, that's the little Yoho Valley. Starting with the Iceline Trail and heading on to Twin Falls and then back to Takaka Falls here at the parking lot. It's a really beautiful place. Don't miss the falls if you come up this way. Lots of people seem to bypass that. There's so much moving water here. You're going to love it. Surrounded by glaciers. Man, now that I'm back at the car, I'm ready for a burger, a beer, and a shower. And not necessarily in that order either. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comments or reach out on social media. Till next week, I'll see you guys on the trail. It's Papa Steve on the move.